pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go play action with Hurts. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Ready? 60
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. They find some open field here. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Hassan Reddick. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. From the 24, Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
As Sanders with a carry on 1st down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Play action. Here's Hurts. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. yards there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Jackson will throw again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Demarcus Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This one taken just inside the 10. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Hurts.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
James Prochet.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is caught by Watkins.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow.
It's complete. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off, as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Wait, that. Hey.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
He's got a man, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 23.
Ready.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this one down to the 36. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Brady. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Brady now on 1st down. He completes it right side to White.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Here's White.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check it.
He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They go play action with Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Sanders will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Brady gives this to White. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. On 2nd and 9. Brady. This is White on the screen. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Here's Brady to throw. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 21-7. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, They broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. He'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California.
Taking it about the 1. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, Herbert. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. It's a second down run with Sanders.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard
line. The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And some room to work.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Touchdown, Chargers.
Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Come on.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready? 70, get the look. 70 Lions.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Man open left side is Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith,
as the first half is winding down.
and the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before the break for Herbert, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
15.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go 80. Hop 70. Hop 70.
First down, Philadelphia.
Look at 19.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take. Negotiations, doesn't he?
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Running right, here's Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
2nd and 5.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 60 Vikings.
Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll run with Sanders. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Ready up. Ready.
Going for it with Sanders. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. Herbert, throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's out right at the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Eckler now between the tackles. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert flush to his right. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Donald Parham, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Got it. Ready?
Second down and 8.
Johnny Lions.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Brings up second and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here.
This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A solid stiff arm. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
And in this situation, a field goal doesn't help you a whole lot, but I think you've got to take it because I think you're a little too far back to go for it on fourth down. But we also know the offensive coordinator's in the head coach's ear trying to talk him into going for it right here.
The kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed it.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Result of the play is a safety.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Herbert to throw right away. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. So really a nice drive there for the first points of the game.
And how about the fact that it was a run by the wide receiver to get him into the end zone, Brandon? You know, these guys, we know they're not afraid to open up the playbook, and they showed it to us right there on the first drive.
And the call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
Pass to 60. Pass to 60. Go.
Hurts will throw
to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
A big pickup of 38.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
back
on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Herbert now. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, 31 yards.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from taking the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Running on first down, Eckler. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Burt sets up to throw it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are able to move back in front.
Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got it. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
Come on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hurts' throw brought in by Brown.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps.
Hurts fumbles it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw here. The Sanders has got it complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
They go play action with Hurts.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
A 33-yarder from the left hash. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it, and that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not. Because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Herbert. He's got Allen.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Again, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go again with Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, If you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Cougar 19.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Hurts.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Ready.
Here's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Hurts will throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Michael Davis.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's got taking it right down Broadway. The 20. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end.
156 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a two-score game and a solid lead.
Now an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. And that makes it a 9-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Come on.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ready?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
It's Eckler again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time. On
2nd down, Eckler. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler